Hello and welcome back to Victoria 3. We are on the eve of war with Canada and Mexico and Guatemala. Um, there's still a chance that Mexico backs down. I'm really worried that's going to happen. But we don't outnumber them that severely. I mean, we do outnumber them significantly. They are fearful. I expect if this goes to war, it'll be a relatively easy victory for us. However, I'm hoping because they have support, and it's kind of close numbers-wise, that that they'll stick it out and start a fight. Now let's quickly check on what kind of troops they're using. They've got line infantry regulars with cannon artillery, and same for their conscripts. Canada, by the way, at some point, probably in the last episode or the one before that, confederated to form Canada instead of being the Hudson Bay Company and Upper Canada and Lower Canada, and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and whatever the hell else starts as its own playable country. Also, this flag is sick. This is not... I thought that they had the flag with the maple leaf in the middle and the blue bars on the side. Are there different flags based on what they're... You're a presidential dictatorship. So yeah, maybe if they switch to a republic, then their flag will switch. That's kind of funny that they're a presidential dictatorship. Usually, it's like an autocratic presidential republic. How does that doesn't even really make sense to me? But I mean, I'm sure there are real life examples. Yeah, let's unpause and let's see how things are going. We're currently ballooning our railway industry. That way we can take advantage of rail transportation. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and switch all this over anyway. Transportation is very expensive right now, but it's still good, and it's not that expensive. Okay, actually, is it good? Yes and no. Because it reduces the number of jobs, but that means people can go work elsewhere, so that's okay. Let's unpause. I'm gonna put it on speed 4 while I look through this stuff. DC definitely should have a port. I'm surprised you don't already. Clippers are expensive. Let's look at our shipyard situation. War with Mexico has broken down. Oh, you beauty. You have no idea what you've done. I'm on rural. Shipyards. We could definitely afford to expand you guys. We could probably also afford to expand some of our logging industry. Like, I believe we tapped out Vermont and New Hampshire, yeah. But we could get Maine going. And, I'm fine with making hardwood, like, dirt cheap. Because wood is also going to be dirt cheap normally. Let's get, like, even 2 of you. Wait, were you, did I just increase one? I want to increase one that's not doing hardwood. So, yeah. Like New Jersey, perhaps. Alright. Let's assess the situation. We have 2 armies totaling 40 battalions down here in the Mexican front, aka the New York-Utah front, and then we have the New York-Ontario front. I wish that there was like a smaller front than whatever the hell this monstrosity is that stretches all the way across these 2 huge borders, but that's okay. We're facing 18 Canadian troops and 23 Mexican troops / Guatemalan troops. Ooh, Canada has... They must be conscripting. It's not going to matter. Ooh, it might matter. Mutual funds have been unlocked. I forgot we were researching that, so that's going to increase our minting and lower our interest rate ever so slightly. And we also got organized sports just through tech sharing or spreading. Rotary valves would unlock automation for some things that I don't want to automate. But dynamite is very good because that will allow us to get more out of our mines. Okay. Okay, war's going great down here. Not so great up here. I didn't look at Canada's troops. They might have better troops than Mexico. Let me look. And technically your capital is like over here, right? That's like Fort Douglas. I assume Ontario, though, is like your main province. You're rocking line infantry and mobile artillery. So yeah, the difference is you're mobile, Mexico's cannon. I'm skirmish mobile with, what is it called? First aid, I guess? Yeah. So my troops should be significantly better. But you have more troops. Okay, that's the difference. So you just brought more troops to this battle. And we have a poor visibility condition, so this is just kind of bad RNG here. What are your traits? You're tactful. You're a mountain combat expert, and you're a masterful diplomat. Alright, I'll give you another shot. This is going wonderfully down here. 4x the dead, 2 times the wounded. Pushing into southern Colorado and northern New Mexico here. Alright, what about this battle? This is the same battle. Alright, not a hot start for old William Schuberg here. Are you defending or pushing? Can I see your... 9 of these are from garrisons, only partaking in defensive battles. Okay. But I can't see... Okay, yeah, you're on defense. And you're all on defense. Okay. So worst case scenario, I just hold the line against Canada and then wait for Mexico to capitulate and then bring the full army up north. But I think, hopefully, that is not going to have to happen. This is closer, but we're still losing slightly because they still have more troops than we do. Where you can see, like, the wounded and dead are almost even. They have more dead, we have more wounded, but they have more troops than we do. But and we even have an aggressive maneuver, which makes us do extra morale damage, but it makes us take more casualties. We might just need, like, a bigger army, man. And in which case, what? Oh, does that mean, like, every state that has some are maxed out? Okay, that makes sense. Now, let's get, like, Kansas, Nebraska, Oklahoma, and Missouri involved. And Maryland. And let's prioritize... of you. I don't know where those troops are going to go. Let's see. That's in, what, Kansas and Nebraska? Yeah. So you'll probably go to the Plains, which I believe is under the purview of Eugene Thompson. No, you're in Dixie. Oh, no, that's your culture. Whatever. And Canada's holding their own. But it's, again, it's mostly a numerical thing. Our troops are pound for pound better. Source, dude, just trust me. But, like, actually. Mexico, this front is going swimmingly. We're crushing 10x the dead. 5x the wounded. Eugene, you beauty. You're capturing fewer provinces, though, which is kind of annoying. Ooh. Why are you down to 1? Oh, the front's splintering. Oh. But they're... Okay. You're relocating here, and their army's relocating here. So I'm fine with that. And these are garrisons, so they can't push. These are garrisons, so they can't push. So yeah, this is fine. And then we'll quickly push through here, hopefully. Rotary valve unlocked. I honestly didn't even realize what was happening over here. Combustion engine, pneumatic, okay. You'll be here in 30 days. It's gonna take a while. You're stuck in the mud, and we are exhausted. So we have a negative modifier, but they also have a negative modifier. Again, just crushing it down here. We'll be here in 4 days. I guess there were battles happening over here, even though we both only had like one army. It's a little confusing, but... Oh, now we're just swooping on. Yeah, because their army wasn't even here, so we just got to take that province for free, which is nice. This is another, like, basically even match. They have one more battalion than us, but our troops are better. So it looks like we're actually pushing through this time, and we have an aggressive maneuver, and they're dug in, so they have better offense, but it looks like we're chunking them down. Schubert, he figured it out. We had to prioritize the east, apparently. I'm gonna keep that pulled up while I pivot down here. I wish there was a way to like have multiple battles pulled up at the same time. All right, we have a successful push in Quebec. Quebec. About to get a new battle over here, and this front has collapsed into one down here. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, there's not even really a point. Like, we're just destroying Mexico. Beautiful. He's camouflaged, but he loves this aggressive maneuver. He's pulling it out at every battle, and it's working. Clippers are expensive. We have 6 battalions in reserve. These are our guys coming in the Great Plains. I will... Oh, God. I don't want to help either of you. I suppose I'll just go by stats, and you're clearly better. Cornelius McCune. McCune? I don't really know how to pronounce that. You can do that, and then I'll let you finish getting staffed up. I assume these guys aren't fully done yet. Yeah. But here in a couple months, we'll have you push up to the Plains provinces. And hopefully, Schubeck will be done here in... Is this New Brunswick, or is this New Brunswick? That's Newfoundland. Yeah, this is New Brunswick, okay. Where's Nova Scotia? Aren't you over here? I don't think you are, like, listed in the game, but I think you're over here somewhere. Beautiful. You see, now we're... Even though they have way more defense, we're still winning. He figured it out. Trust your generals when they're good. I don't know that it's our general that's good. I think it's just our troops. We have more of them, and they are better. Let's go ahead and mobilize you and push you up here. Actually, I'm gonna have you. Yeah, I'm gonna have you defend, even though these are all garrisons, so they're not gonna be attacking. I don't want you to push, because we're basically, like, even numbers there. And this should swap out pretty soon. And then both of these big armies will move back to the west. Well, we're already 15 minutes in. I feel like I just started this video. It's actually pretty even in terms of casualties, but, alright. A Mexican army has moved to Quebec Rio Grande front. Quebec Rio Grande is the name of this front. And the Quebec Utah front. Okay. As long as these are the same, that's all I really care about. Let's look at the overall wounded and costs and all that. So we have spent 700k on this war, which is not surprising. We have a much bigger army, and a more well-equipped army. So ours is just gonna be more expensive. We have died. We have about 10,000 more dead, and 15,000 more wounded. Which, you know, that's the nature of an offensive war. We're the one. The onus is on us to push and make gains. They get to sit there and let us come to them. But we're winning on all fronts, so it's worth it. In the concept, or my brain is short-circuiting. Context. That's the word I'm looking for in the context of the game. A railroad accident in Mississippi only narrowly avoided heavy fatalities due to the quick thinking of the train's engineer, who perished in the crash. Only a few people died, but the wreckage will still take some time to clear. Come all you rounders if you want to hear a story about a brave engineer. Thank goodness for the quick-thinking engineer. We get -5 infrastructure, like, everywhere? For the whole state? Or, oh, just in Mississippi, I assume. That's honestly fine. I don't think Mississippi's bursting at the seams when it comes to infrastructure. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you're doing just fine. Okay, I honestly, I just want to see what you got in you. Have at it. Especially since these are garrisons. So this is up in Quebec here. Yeah, I mean, they've lost everything. Their troops are depleted, morale's down. New Brunswick is soon to be in American hands, although not permanently. We're not actually taking New Brunswick. The only Canadian territory we're taking is British Columbia, which is a large one. We're gonna get some gold fields, some farmable land, some sulfur mines, coal mines, which is very nice, although it's not like we don't have plenty of that already. As America, we basically have access to every resource we will ever need, other than rubber, really. Got the northern half of New Brunswick. This is another splintered front, but thankfully both armies have gone in the same direction, which is all that really matters from my point of view. Down here, Mexico is just collapsing. I kind of can't believe how well this... I mean, I can't. I said at the end of the last episode we were going to win rather easily. I was slightly worried at the very beginning here, and looks like we are winning here as well. Their general was holding the line. You know, he rallied their Canadian patriots, and they're still kind of kicking our ass here, even though we did take some land. Oh, never mind. I think eventually our numerical advantage started to tick in. Yeah, they don't even have a general, because those are just garrisons, so that should be quite easy in the grand scheme of things over there. Manifest Destiny Frontier Wars. So once we finish this war and we get Colorado, we will trigger the Frontier Wars. The Fang have launched an uprising against us. That is annoying. That is extremely annoying. Actually, I mean, it's good, because it means we're going to get all of Fang. But... slightly annoying timing, but whatever. Worst case scenario, I send, what's his name? Cornelius down there. Because you should be about ready to swing over to the west pretty soon here. Actually, probably right after this battle, and then you grab the northeast edge of New Brunswick. Oh, there's one more down here. Come on. We have pushed into Mexico City. In fact, yeah, we've conquered Mexico City. Mexico is going to capitulate very soon, but I believe Canada will be a separate negotiating partner because we have claims on them. Or, yeah, we have war goals for their territory. So even if Mexico capitulates, we still get to go after Canada here. Alright, Canada has brought their army over here. Ooh, wait. Oh, that's their garrisons. Okay, so we're now pushing into undefended land. Cornelius is. So he should be able to just run straight up to the Arctic if he wants to. I don't really know what his plan is. I'm going to let him do what he wants over there. The Whig Party has formed, which is made up of the industrialists. Are you guys still mad at me? Yes. No. No. I would love to be able to kick you out of the government. I would like it if... Actually, the Socialist Party is getting 50% of the votes! Holy shit. Let's keep that momentum up, boys. We could probably honestly go to speed 5 at this point. I just wanted to kind of keep an eye on things. This battle's stalling a little bit, but we're going to push to the end. I have faith. You see, now I don't know what the difference is. I guess it's just like their morale and supplies and stuff, because now they're still outnumbering us. But we're winning, whereas before we weren't when we were outnumbered. Okay, Cornelius has come back down to fight the garrisons. And he is winning. Bro. Alright, Mexico has capitulated. Bro, what? Did I not do Colorado and Utah? Or was that... That might not have been part of... I think because those were started as... Yeah, okay. That's what it is. Those started as native land, not Mexican land. Mexico colonized this, so I didn't get return claims. And I just... When I clicked on all the returns and assumed that covered everything... Son of a bitch. Okay, well, whatever. At least they're cut off from Mexico, so, like, they're gonna starve out. They can't do anything. They can't access the Mexican market. This war is about to start. So, honestly... Oh, all of our troops that were down in Mexico are moving up here. Yeah, so let's have Cornelius move to Africa. He'll get there late, which is annoying. I should have been paying more attention to this. We might have to, like, navally invade our own land. Well, I mean, our own land in quotes. It's not really our land, but we have technically made it our land. Whoa, we have Idaho. By the way, I didn't go after Oregon and Washington because I believe we can get that through an event. Steam engine time completed. The engine of progress. The manufacture of steam engines has become a profitable industry in Ohio. That was one of the reasons I started expanding all this railway stuff, by the way, was to prop up our motor industries. Thanks to our sound investment in locomotive technology. These engines are being employed across our new American railway lines. All aboard for Austin, courtesy of the good folks at the Columbus Steam Locomotive Company. Getting out of Baton Rouge has never been easier. The dining cart is restricted to first-class passengers only. Stowaways will be protected. I wonder if that text is the same if you don't have Texas. All aboard, so we can get railway building throughput, motor industry throughput, or progress on steel railway cars. All of these are good. Let's check on motor industries to see... Like, if we have a shortage of engines, which we technically do, I would love to do that. But also, like, railway throughput is always good, because it'll make infrastructure, or transportation cheaper. But at the same time, transportation is not really expensive. So I'm going to go for the motor industry throughput. And, yeah, I think... It's going to take you 60 days, and the war is going to start in, like, less than 10 days. It's actually starting in 4 days, unless they back down, which I don't think they're going to do. So, I really don't want to have to do a naval invasion, but I think I'm going to have to. Because I think they're going to take this land before my guys can get there. Where are... Alright, Winfield Scott and Eugene have moved up here, which leaves... What's your name? The god, William Schubrick. This New Brunswick campaign has been hell, man. I feel like this has been like the crux of the war here. Canada is pretty close to capitulating. They're dropping 5 a week, roughly. So maybe 6, 7 more weeks. This war will be over. For whom the bell tolls. The aged Daniel Webster, leader of the petite bourgeoisie, has unexpectedly expired mid-campaign. The President of the United States has died during less than 90 days before an election. The question of his replacement is now on everyone's lips. Go with the popular but inept candidate, or The determined but haughty youngster secures the chair. Well, I don't want... The problem is, inept is good, because that will make them bad long-term, but popular will help them with this election. I'm going to go with the determined but haughty youngster, because I don't want the Democrats to do well in this specific election. But, okay, they just jumped back up anyway, because Webster, I think, was unpopular, and son of a bitch. I mean, there was no way around it. I wish he hadn't died until after the election. Because his unpopularity was driving votes to other parties. Because he went on that rampage last episode. Apparently Guatemala capitulated. I kind of forgot you were involved in the war. And a scandal in D.C. Police have shut down a notorious male brothel. The arrested proprietor revealed that John Calhoun, the 74-year-old Southern planter, is part of his clientele. We have conquered British Columbia. Beautiful. This is truly how God intended North America to look. Just amazing borders. Amazing borders. Police, blah, 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 and an indescribably loathsome scandal has struck District of Columbia. The captured boys were made to confess, and the edition reports that another sensation about this affair will soon burst. 22 men implicated, blue bloods, and others have fled from the United States of America. John Calhoun must resign immediately. Well, he's not very popular, so I'm actually going to leave him. It would be sick if we got the minus 25 popularity for him. But also, I don't want to lose my legitimacy. Let's cover up the story. That's what would happen in real life anyway. I don't think it's going to tell us what happens until after. We unpause, but our guy did make it here, despite the fact that we're losing this battle though. Yeah, so... Oh, I should not have clicked on him, because that could have crashed the game. Oh, I didn't. I clicked on my own flag. Okay. I just want you to defend right now. Until our other soldiers can... Or other armies can get there. You're in the middle of a battle, so you can't do that. Understandable. Have a nice day. Why didn't they take any of this land before? I'm confused. Canada... capitulated... Yeah, right. Okay, they did. Okay. You should defend. And then the rest of you guys, we're going to send the whole army down here. A little overkill. Oh, you're already on your way. Okay, cool. Let's see what you had going on here in terms of... That's fine. Let's get a port going. You are on intensive grazing, good. But I want you to use slaughterhouses. And there's nothing we can do with that. Wheat farm. You're on soil enriching. Harvesting tools. Alright, there we go. I believe that's probably a good spot in this episode. We're right at 29 minutes. We have won our war against Mexico and Canada and Guatemala. And we have conquered British Columbia. Should be renamed to American Columbia. I wish you could rename states, although I understand why you can't do that, because that would probably cause a nightmare for the scripts and the programming. And now, before I end... I want to, apparently I can't do this. I want to map the American Western frontier, but we need to be at peace to do that, which hopefully should come very, very soon. So our boys will get here in 52 days. I think within 2 months of them arriving, this war will be over. We should just absolutely mow through them. I'm gonna go out on a complaint, because I feel like I've been complaining about some of the stuff, and I was about to say I want to make it clear, but I'm not going to say that. You know how much I love this game. I talked about it at the very beginning of this series. I think this game is fantastic. 90% of my thoughts about this game are glowing. I wish there was more history and stats preserved. I want to go. I want to look at the war that just happened and see like what the total casualties were on both sides, the total cost, graphs over time, like battles and stuff, generals who won the most battles, who lost the most battles, who had the most men die, blah blah blah. None of that. As soon as the war ends, it's lost to the ether. Poof, pow. I was gonna try to do what Matthew McConaughey does in The Wolf of Wall Street, where he talks about how the whole system is a scam and stuff. But I can't do that because I don't remember the exact noises and whistles and whatnot that he makes. But it's not just the wars. I want more graphs over time in general. Really, all we have is GDP, standard of living, population, radicals and loyalists, and then some income and expenses stuff. I want to be able to look at like everything. I want to look at cultures over time. Speaking of which, let's look at our cultures here. We have 11 million Yankees, 5 million Dixies, 2.2 million African Americans, Equatorial Bantu. So our fourth largest population is actually people down here in our equatorial colonies, where we're currently fighting a war, and 500,000 Melanesians who are out here in the Pacific. So our colonies, and we have 400,000 Mexicans who are in Nevada, Arizona. I mean, we just absorbed a bunch of Mexican states. It makes sense. There's 200,000 of them in California, 162,000 in Arizona, 347,000 Scottish, and 85,000 Scots in West Virginia working in those mines. This stuff is so cool to me. I love seeing this. This is like the core of the appeal of this game for me. 75,000 Central American people in Minnesota. Fang people. So the Fang and the Equatorial Bantu are different cultures. Cool. I'm not going to pretend that I know anything about these people. So I mean, I know in real life Nigeria is like right here. So this would be like Cameroon. I said this earlier. Equatorial Guinea. Or not Equatorial Guinea. Oh yeah, no, it is Equatorial Guinea. Excuse me. Gabon. Stuff like that. UA, which is also in this region that's over here in Togo. Irish. We also... there were South Germans that I missed. Lots of Irish in California. So we just absorbed them. Where were the South German? That'll be the last one I look at. Out here in Kansas and Nebraska. Probably staffing those barracks we just built. Yeah, I'm having a whole lot of fun. I love looking around. Prussia actually looks like, maybe I'm crazy. It looks like there are more German miners. Did someone beat Prussia in a war? And now I'm gonna have to go back to the last episode when we were looking over here, because Prussia was beating Russia's ass. And it looks like they didn't take anything. Well, because they didn't have the war goal. And Russia wanted to liberate Oldenburg. Let's see. That looks like that did not happen, because I think Oldenburg is around here somewhere, and I don't see them. So... also, wait, does Bavaria normally start with this? I thought Bavaria was cut off by Baden from the French market. Interesting. Whatever. I'm getting distracted. Thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please leave a like and subscribe. Comment. Behind the scenes on all of this, by the way, is we've been slowly working towards restricting child labor. It's up to 60%. You rarely see it go that high. But hopefully on the next tick, it'll happen. And hopefully our other colonies are making some progress. They are very slowly. Kenya is making very quick progress. I still think it's a bug or something. I don't know why Fang and Kenya are colonizing so quickly while these aren't, when they all should have the malaria modifier, but I'm not going to complain about the game being broken in my favor at the moment. And yeah, with that, I will see you guys again in the next episode. Bye-bye.